All in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, all in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch, they saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch.
Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the bip. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! On the ready.
51 at the mic. Go, go, go. Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, 86. He's sneaky, guys. Watch out for 86. Kill, 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 kill. And turn it up, turn it up.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go.
Hey, let's go, let's go. Call the crowds.
They're not ready. Who draw corkers?
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Say it.
Get it.
Now it's Hines. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Hey, coming after you. Hey, switch gears. Check. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Get ready.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
58 is the mic.
Come on. Recon, 132 fighter.
Come get some.
Let's go.
2nd and 6. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the ground, this is Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
On the set.
Mike 54. I got one.
On 2nd down, Dobbins, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready, set.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come to my work. We want it.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Ellis. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Check 99. Check 99.
On 3rd down, Dobbins, and an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, box truck.
Okay, just like that.
Back to throw here.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
We own them. Begin. Check.
And to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On the double.
58, Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass. Tight yard. 36.
Right back to him on first down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Charlie.
54. Mike 54. Push him back. Mike 5-4.
Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Right there. 54, Mike.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Go.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And some room to roam now. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Now. Please grip. Please grip.
A first down carry for Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and there's creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the slant.
Hey!
On second down, here's Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Bound to lose one. 51, Mike. Mike.
On first and 10, Herbert. Stocker's got it, complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Protein spill. Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 10. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 2.
They'll set up a throw. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Watch the curve. Watch the curves. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
Let's go. 8, read. Check. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. You go take. You hit it.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Ready to break. 54, right there. 54. Bravo. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Ready? 50, play. Check, right, 54. Right, 54. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, Alpha. 54. Be triple.
Now back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. He can't hang.
They'll set up to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Odell Beckham. As the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Mike.
On first down, Herbert trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Joker. Kill.
So that'll back him up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Here we go. 53 is the Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go one more. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Watch the out. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Slam. SOS.
From the gun, Herbert. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's our time.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Ready?
They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ellis. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, exit.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at the 15. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Come on. Come on, dude. Hatchet. Switch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Let's get it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go, defense. Our
He'll look to throw. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Go! Shoot!
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ellis. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, Dobbins takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ellis. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Double tight. 4 down. Check.
Hey, high 7.
Mike, what do you want? Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Pick it up.
Yep. Ready.
Throwing on first down. Herbert.
Check.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 40.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Out.
Greystone, travel.
Boy, 51.
And let's pin the mirrors back.
Go.
On first and 10, Herbert. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Quit talking about it and wait.
Henry out of the pistol. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
You ain't going nowhere.
Check, 22 jet bomber. Speed grip.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now, Dobbins. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 74 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Derrick Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So on the heels of the sack, they knock him backwards in the running game.
So now it's up to the offense coordinator talking directly into the helmet of his quarterback to instill a little bit of confidence here. Call the play with authority, call with confidence, and let him know this one is the winner.
Check.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a big 32-yard play on third. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down.
Hey.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Hey, Foxtrot.
I'm getting tired of seeing me.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.